Gentlemen, welcome aboard the Tamar Odyssey this afternoon. Now, before we make our departure, we'll just introduce your crew. Alex and Rowan are going to show us the all-important life jacket. Three separate rivers. Over to our right, we've got the North Esk River. Behind us, the South Esk River. Now the South Esk and the North Esk are the two main tributaries which feed the Tamar River, which is in front of us. Now we're spending most of our time today in the Tamar ahead. We'll come back later and have a look at the spectacular Cataract Gorge inside the entrance to the South Esk behind us. Now the Tamar River ahead is Australia's longest navigable tidal estuary. It's 35 nautical miles long, which is around 70 kilometres. It makes its way down the very picturesque Tamar Valley and onto Bass Strait on the sea. Now this one takes its name from the same river that borders the counties of Devon and Cornwall in southwest England. But it's not a river in the true sense of the word. A river cannot be tidal its entire length. Now the Tamar here is very tidal, 3.5 to 4 metres every 6 hours. Tide is flooding or coming in at the moment. This is an easy drinking red and suited to most dishes. Hello, balls is on fire. Now these large gulls in the water just to the left side of here, this are called Pacific gulls, the largest of the gull species, several times larger than the very common silver gull. Now the big black and white birds are the adults. The brown mottled birds amongst them are the juveniles, colloquially referred to as moneyball. It indicates Victorian era, mid to late 1800s. That property was built up there in 1865 and is called Tamar House. 3 to the left is Cataract Court, a rather tatty example of the Art Deco era, mid-1920s to late 1930s. Now we're going to go underneath the two bridges in front. The first bridge ahead of us is called the Patterson Bridge, named after William Patterson, founder of Launceston, 1805. The second bridge out there in front is called the King's Bridge, two single-lane bridges that have been joined together. Now the span on the far side, or the gorge side, was the original. It was built in Manchester in England in 1863. Built in 500 pieces, put onto a sailing ship, brought to Launceston, then erected on a wooden floating dry dock like a giant Meccano set. It stood there as a single lane bridge for 40 years until the duplication span was built, the one closest to us at the moment, here in Launceston in 1903. And ahead of us, the magnificent Cataract Gorge. Now, the word cataract is the Latin term for waterfall, the site that met the early Europeans all those years ago. But of course, no waterfall these days. In 1955, the river ahead of us, 6 kilometres upstream, was dammed to create a reservoir for Launceston's hydroelectric power station. Now, the silos to our right side were built in the 1920s alongside the 1830s built Ritchie's Flour Mill, which is a dark grey red roof building. These days, on the ground floor of the dark grey building, we've got the national award winning Stillwater restaurant.
don't have teeth, so this makes their eating options very, very limited. Their food has to be smaller than their mouth already is, and they have to be able to suck it up a bit like a vacuum. So in the wild, they'll eat things like small shrimp that they will just come across.
Look at his face, it's so good.
So over here is our nursery. If you come onto this side, there Oh my gosh, ouch. Okay, there is a ribbon eel here and it almost never swims around, so please have a look at that. It's very surprising. I haven't actually seen it yet.